Mike Gallagher.
There's been so much conversation about the president's tweets. I noticed last night Bill O'Reilly tweeted something out. He got like 57,000 retweets within about 15 minutes. You think the president has a social media presence. How about Bill O'Reilly, who for many years, of course, the highest rated cable news show in the country. Very busy guy right now introducing a new project, and it's great to catch up with the iconic Bill O'Reilly. Bill, how have you been, sir?
Gallagher, how are you? Thanks for having me on your program.
I dove into the book last night. I want to get to it in just a moment. It's a beautifully presented book. I mean, man, just the artwork and all that. We'll get into that in a moment. But obviously, I got to start. I haven't seen you since you left Fox News. What is life after Fox News like for Bill O'Reilly?
Well, it's a little bit rocky as far as I'm concerned because I'm so angry about what happened. It was a hit job on the far left, and I can't say much about it. That's also frustrating for me. You know, I have the biggest mouth in town. But my lawyers say, look, can you just shut up for once, O'Reilly? Because there is going to be some litigation ahead. But more importantly, we're going to be able to tell the folks exactly what happened. And you saw a little bit with Sean Hannity, a couple of weeks ago, very similar situation in the sense that these people attack sponsors, and they want people off the air who give President Trump a fair shake. That's the bottom line on it. But as far as professionalism is concerned, BillO'Reilly.com, we have a daily podcast, which is, really caught fire. And as you said, we tweet out, and we have about 2 million followers on that, and that'll be more. It's at Bill O'Reilly. And we got the Legends of Lies Civil War out in the marketplace this week. Old School Life in the Sane Lane, Killing a Rising Sun, a lot of stuff in the market. And I'm trying to stay out of trouble. So that's my life.
Which is tough for you, I know, because this has got to be a difficult period for you to not have that nightly platform with all that's virtually exploding all around us.
Yeah, it's frustrating in the sense that it never should have happened. I had 20 years and 7 months with Fox News. I had not a problem with them at all. 42 years in the journalism business, not one complaint ever filed against me in any venue. So, it's extremely frustrating. But you know what? I'm a man of faith, and there's a reason that this happened. I have to tough it out. Everybody's life has these bumps, and I will.
And there certainly has been a story of watching traditional media evolve into podcasting and an online presence that is, the people who figure it out do incredibly well with it. And seeing the way things are going with you with the podcasting now, obviously millions and millions of people admire you and appreciate you and want your perspective. So now maybe it's just a little bit of the process becomes finding where you are and finding your podcast and going to BillO'Reilly.com and making sure that they stay connected with you.
Yeah, I've had a lot of offers in the past few weeks. A lot of people want to get into the media business, and they want to get into news analysis. I'm taking my time. I want to take the summer off, not from BillO'Reilly.com. We'll do the daily podcast, and we'll continue to do analysis on a daily basis. But, the world is changing, Mike. You know that better than anybody. Yeah. And I'm a Luddite. I'm not a big social media person, but I understand the power of it. I also see what's happening to cable news, and I don't like it. I don't like what's happening to cable news. You can't get the truth in the straight media. The national media is not going to tell you the truth. You read the newspapers, that's not the truth. And now cable news is devolving into that as well. They're all taking sides, and they're promoting things that aren't factual, and so it's a mess. It is a giant mess, and where I emerge, I just don't know at this point.
Well, the corruption of the mainstream media is as bad as it's ever been. I can't.
You're absolutely right.
It's so bad.
This is a low point for the media in the republic. Here's just very simple. We were given, we the media, Gallagher, O'Reilly, anybody that you hear in a forum or read on a newspaper, special privileges by the Founding Fathers, with just one request, Gallagher. The Founding Fathers had one request and one request only. Seek the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how many people are doing that now? These leaks coming out of the government, the media doesn't know whether they're true. They don't know where it's coming from. They just print it.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's just a disgrace.
And almost hourly you can find an example. And you could be a sophomore in high school studying journalism and see the difference between truth and distortion. I've been telling the story all day today about the way the media won't cover the political ideology of this 25-year-old young woman who was arrested yesterday for leaking classified material to The Intercept. They won't describe her as a Bernie Sanders supporter who's one of these social justice warriors and who hated Donald Trump. Bill, if she had been a Trump supporter, that would be the whole narrative. Trump supporter gets arrested, charged with a terrible crime. But they won't even, I've played examples from the media, they won't even, they say, oh, she's a weightlifter. She teaches yoga. Are you kidding? They're liars. They're corrupt, and it's. You're right. It's a mess.
Yeah. Where do you see the Comey coverage tomorrow?
Oh,
get ready. I had an interesting letter onto BillO'Reilly.com yesterday by a young person, and said, "Has the country ever been as divided as it is now?" Asked me, and I answered the question in the podcast. But and the answer is yes. In the Civil War. I mean, that's why we write Legends of Lies of the Civil War, because we're actually killing each other. My
colleague and my friend and colleague, who I know you know, Dennis Prager, wrote a column the other day about the Second Civil War. Sometimes we're in the middle of it right now against the mainstream media, fascism, all the stuff that's happening. You don't have to have violence necessarily to be in a war.
But what I told the young person who wrote me was, the run-up to World War II was a divided country as well, because many, many Americans didn't want to get involved with Hitler and the Japanese, and that only changed on Pearl Harbor. But now we don't kill each other yet. I think violence is coming. I do think it's coming. But we're trying to kill each other rhetorically and by pressure groups trying to destroy careers. Right. I mean, that's absolutely happening. So this is probably the third most intense division in the Republic since it's existed. And, people should go back and they should, Legends of the Lives of the Civil War is an overview, and it's got a lot of great pictures and a lot of great, and it's simple and it's fun. But you can see how Americans turned against one another back then, and we're doing the same thing today, aided by the dishonest media.
Well, the book is beautiful. I got it. They got it over to me yesterday, and I started. I'm about a third of the way through. And I've said this many times. I've learned so much from your series of books. You write, and your partners, you tell history in a way that is, first of all, vivid, and it's storytelling at its best. And I'm savoring Legends and Lies, the Civil War, and not only is it just fascinating, obviously, to read what has been written, but again, it's a beautiful book. I mean, Bill, just the pictures and the artwork and the way you've captured a lot of this through art is so well done. None of your books. I don't remember any of them having this look or feel before.
No, well, the Legends of Lies series, The Patriots in the West, we put it together so that Americans aged 9 and up can enjoy it. So that's why we illustrated it the way we did, and I really appreciate you looking at it. The Killing series, Killing the Rising Sun, out now, that's more in depth. Right. It's still, the formula is the same. We wanted the books to be fun to read, and therefore you are enjoying learning. That's the formula. And then in September we got Killing England, the brutal struggle for American independence, which I think is one of the best of the Killing series coming. So this occupies my time. It does keep me off the street. People like it. And it's really good to talk to you, Michael. I haven't talked to you in a while.
No, it's been a while, and I've been thinking a lot about you. And obviously, there's a void right now, and I'm glad that all of us can fill that void by staying connected to you through the podcasting. See what's happening next, because Bill, you know the rumors that are out there. And when I go around the country and give speeches, and people talk to me about Fox News and the radio show, one of the things they say is, there's a rumor there's going to be an upstart. Somebody's going to snatch O'Reilly and take all these.
I don't know if they're going to snatch O'Reilly. But Fox News, they made a business decision. It's not what it used to be, and that's fine. I mean, I don't have any, as I said, 20 years plus there. And their business decision is their business decision. But there is going to be a competitor emerge. because there is an opportunity there. And whether I'm involved or not, I have no idea at this point. But that is coming, and it will come, I would say, within the next year.
Well, there are very few people who have had the impact in the media that you have in the country's history, and everybody knows that. You've always been very, very kind and good to me. I'm glad that obviously the books and all this is going so well, and it is nice to catch up with you. I hope everybody gets Bill O'Reilly's Legends and Lies, The Civil War. Bill, all the best, and thanks for visiting with us.
I appreciate it very much.
You bet. Take care. Bill O'Reilly joining us, and it is a beautiful book, and it's, and again, I don't want to maximize or overstate the beauty of this book, but it just lays out the story of the Civil War in something that's very, very impressive. So you'll want to get a hold of it. Bill O'Reilly's Legends and Lies, The Civil War.